Hello, everyone. Uh, Thank you for joining us today for this session. First of all, I hope you are all doing well, and thank you for joining us this afternoon or maybe evening for some of you to talk about the MGA SAC awards, all what you need to know, and to answer your questions. We'll be with you today from Region 8 Ad hoc on Student Recognition and Publicity from Region 8 SAC. With me today, I have Doga. Do you wanna have a minute?
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon or evening. Also, happy Eid Mubarak, who is also celebrating all over the region 8. Today, me and Tevfik will give you a presentation about MGA SAC Awards and regarding the nomination and application processes. I hope this meeting will be a beneficial meeting for everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Doga. And I'm with you, Tawfiq Salemi, Student Publicity Coordinator in IEEE Region 8 SAC. And before we start the
Tawfiq?
Yes, I was going to pass to you now. Well,
Sorry?
welcome, Aniket, and
Yeah, thank you.
I was going to present you right now.
Okay.
Okay, so with that today we have from IEEE MGA Student Activities Committee to talk about the MGA SAC awards in general. So welcome and thank you for accepting the invitation.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tafiq. It's actually a pleasure to be here on this call today. And I think you guys would be covering most of what is needed. But if there are any general questions that has to be answered, I'm more than happy to help and guide you guys through. Because we have only 9 more days before the cycle closes. And I really hope that we get really good applications this year from Region 8. Yeah.
Okay, so we can start now. So first of all, Aniket, do you have something to present to start with about a general view about the awards, or just talk about them?
I can give a quick overview of nothing to present because it's very public of all our awards. So what I'll do is I'll give a quick overview of what these awards are and the 4 type of awards that we currently have. First one, like everyone knows, it's Larry Wilson Regional Student Activities Award. So the purpose of this award is basically for us to recognize annually in each region of IEEE the student members who are most responsible for any extraordinary accomplishments that they have done, let that be within the student branch or their section or within chapters or in the region or sometimes in the MGA level with student activities. So that's the main goal of Larry K. Wilson. And there are a few nomination processes involved where there are a few eligibility criteria that you have to meet, that the nominees must be student members of IEEE at the time of their accomplishment. And the current RSR, that is the regional student representative, is ineligible for this. So that's Larry K. Wilson Award. And then comes the Daryl Chong Student Activities Award. The purpose of this is to recognize the change in mindset of our student groups, where we are moving away from numbers-driven approach to becoming a value-driven system where we acknowledge exemplary student activities around the world, and we want to make sure that the quality of activities and the level of knowledge sharing among students is appreciated rather than the amount of activities that's done. The eligibility criteria for this is really long, but there are 4 categories within it. That's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, in the order of their increasing value, obviously. And then this is given annually, and there are several winners per award category or none. That depends on the quality of the submissions. And then student branches, student chapters, and student branch affinity groups are eligible for this award. And any OU can submit applications, but only 2 applications per year. And the nomination process is through our awards portal again. And we also require you to attach an endorsement certificate from your OU counselor or your advisor. That's Daryl Chong Student Activities Award, and then comes the IEEE Exemplary Student Branch Award. The purpose of this award is to publicly recognize the exemplary student branches across the world for their operations. Awards will be presented to those student branches that are operated in a manner that's consistent with the goals of IEEE that we have set. The minimum eligibility is basically to have so many activities in paper, in device, and in other competitions, and be actively involved in meetings, field trips, and all of that. And this evidence should be, towards achieving the goals of IEEE. Let that be in the scientific, educational, and professional purposes of it. Um, Apart from this, there is one key things that we look for is we need only specific information that of the historical data that is from 1st Jan to 31st December of the previous year. So that's something that people miss out, thinking it's till the current date when they apply, but it's not. It's for the last financial year that they have. That is 1st January to 31st January of the last year. And again, there are a few evaluation criteria that we follow, where all 5 required items of documentation has to be provided, which will be part of the nomination packet, and 12 additional items of documentation is required, which again is part of that application packet, where it'll be covering things like your annual reports, your vTools reports, and all of that. And all of these will be verified by our staff. After that, we have IEEE Outstanding Branch Counselor and Branch Chapter Advisor Award, uh, like the title already says. It's to recognize outstanding efforts and unusual efforts by student branch counselors and branch chapter advisors. Let that be through their student representing somewhere in the global level, or encouraging their students to be part of global competitions, winning them, mentoring them. This is basically sponsored by the Regional and Technical Activities Board, and they sponsor cash awards for approximately 20 counselors and advisors around the world. Again, like any other award, this also has a few eligibility criteria, where past winners are ineligible for renominations, and they have to also meet IEEE bylaws, like the operating structure um, of their student branch. They should be attending at least 3 meetings during the year, and they should have been reported on vTools in the previous year. And the minimum period for the branch counselor advisor is for them to have completed 1 year in office to be eligible for this award in the previous year. And the student branch or chapter must have remained active at least 1 year previous to the application, that is immediately previous year of the application. And there are a few other things like the supporting documentation that is needed, the petition letter, endorsement letters, and all of that needs to be put in the application packet. So that covers a very high level overview of the 4 awards that IEEE MGA runs. And I think you guys, Tafiq and Doga, you guys will be going a little more in deep of these, and would love to cover any insights that I can share, because I have been in this awards area for more than 2 years now, and I have seen how applications come in, the things that they miss, and what an ideal application looks like. Yeah, over to you, Tafiq.
Okay, so thank you, Aniket, for all the information you provided. And I guess now we can start to talk about each word individually. And we'll be starting with the Electronic Student Activity Award with Toka. You can start, Toka, the floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Tevfik and Aniket, for your nice words. So I'll now take you through the first of the two awards I'm covering today, the Daryl Chung Student Activity Award. This one is all about recognizing the quality of what student branches do, not just the quantity. You can continue. So the core philosophy behind this award is a shift in mindset from being number-driven to being value-driven. IEEE wants branches to stop us asking how many events did we hold and start asking what did our events actually achieve. The three goals on screen capture this well: improving quality, encouraging knowledge, sharing across branches globally, and ultimately driving membership growth and through meaningful engagement. We can continue. So the award has 4 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum in increasing order of recognition. There is no fixed number of winners per category. There can be several or none at all, depending on the quality of submissions that year. The key rule worth highlighting here: if your activity has won before, it can only be resubmitted for the next higher category. You cannot reapply to the same tier or a lower one. This is to ensure continuous improvement, not just repetition. So the bronze award covers the entry-level recognition for quality activities with demonstrated value and creativity. The silver recognizes the activities with strong implementation and collaboration, also as with the good outcomes. As for the gold award, this requires high-quality, repeatable activities with strong impact on members and the community. Last but not least, the top-tier recognition, the platinum award. In this award, winners receive an award plaque in addition to a digital certificate. We can continue. Yeah. So all IEEE student branches, branch chapters, and affinity groups are eligible to apply to the Daryl Chung Student Activity Award. A few important rules to keep in mind: each operational unit can submit a maximum of 2 applications per year, counting all its subunits together. If an activity involves multiple OUs, it must be represented by a single shared application, which means submitting it twice under different OUs will result in immediate disqualification. And again, past winners can only move up, never sideways or down. As for the eligibility requirements, all IEEE student branches, branch chapters, and affinity groups are eligible. They must submit a description of an organized activity, maximum 2 applications per operational unit per year, including all subunits. Multi-OU activities must be represented by a single application. Duplicate nominations for the same activity results in disqualification, and past winning activities can only move up in one ties, not stay or move down. Judging is out of 100 points across 4 areas. The biggest category by far is the results and outcomes at 45 points. This is where the real weight is. It is determined based on participation, relevance to IEEE, positive impact, overall impression, and changing mindset. Whether the activity actually changed the mindset of those involved. The concept and implementation are each worth 20 points. The implementation is determined by the organization and collaboration. As you can see, the ways of each headline. The concept also weighs 20 points, and it's divided into 4 by by the problem recognition, relevance, creativity, uniqueness, and quality of the written proposal. And repeatability is weighed 15 points. It's determined by how sustainable and portable the activity is. A strong submission scores well across all four, but especially on the outcomes. We can continue. So every winning OU receives a digital certificate. Platinum winners, the top tier, also receive a physical award plaque, making it the most prestigious recognition in this program. You can view past recipients on the IEEE students website under SAC Awards, then awards results. Obviously, we will be sharing this presentation with you, so you will reach the past recipients from this link as well. Let me walk you through the award nomination and application for the Daryl Chung Student Activity Award. When you enter the awards and nominations portal, you will take your mouse to major board awards, and then you will select IEEE MGA awards, and then you will select the student awards. We can continue. After you see this screen, you will select the list of IEEE student awards. You will select the Daryl Chung Student Activity Award, and then you will type your activity name. You will also see that the nominator and the nominee are treated as the same in the system, so you should keep in mind also. And we can continue. Here you fill in the branch details, your IEEE region, student branch code, full branch name, chapter or affinity group if applicable. Alongside activity-specific fields, the activity name, the leader's name, email, membership number, year first organized, how many times it's been run, and whether it has won before. The nominator section collects your personal contact details and volunteer position. Make sure to use full official names throughout, because these names appear on the certificates if you win, of course. We can continue. I think I mentioned all of these, so we can continue. Yeah, so this is the substance of the application. For the concept, you explain the problem your activity addresses and its relevance, added value, and what makes it creative or unique. You should write up to 300 words each. For implementation, you describe how the activity was organized and how it fosters collaboration. For repeatability, you make the case for why it's sustainable and why other branches in your region or globally could replicate it. For results, we can continue, I think. For results, you provide participant numbers and describe the positive impact on your branch, university, community, and the engineering field. Once all sections are complete, we can continue, Tevfik. Once all sections are complete, you send an endorsement request directly from the portal. You enter the endorser's name and email, and the system sends them an automated request. Critical reminder: this endorsement must be received before the 31st of March deadline. The application cannot be submitted without it. Reach out to your endorser well in advance and brief them on the award, so their letters adds value, not just a signature. Yeah, so I will continue with the IEEE Outstanding Branch Counselor and Advisor Award. This one shifts the focus from the activities to the people who make those activities possible. This award is sponsored jointly by the MGA and Technical Activities Boards, and exists to honor counselors and advisors who go above and beyond in supporting their students. It's a genuinely global recognition. Up to approximately 20 winners individuals are selected worldwide each. each year, and there is a direct financial incentive for the nominating branch too. A US dollar of 150 cash award is given to the branch that submits the winning nomination. Any active student, IEEE student member of the branch can nominate. You don't need to be an officer. The centerpiece of the nomination is an essay up to 1,100 words in English, explaining why your counselor or advisor is outstanding. Think concretely. What events did they help run? How did they guide officers? How did they connect you to local IEEE section? On the endorsement side, you need a petition signed by at least 12 active branch members, plus up to 2 letters of recommendation from people like faculty, department chairs, or IEEE professional members. As for the eligibility requirements of the IEEE Outstanding Branch Counselor and Advisory Award, the branch must meet IEEE bylaws requirements in the current academic year, as Aniket mentioned. They must have submitted required reporting forms and held at least 3 meetings. A branch counselor or advisor must be reported in V-Tools officer reporting. A student branch or chapter must have been active for at least 1 year, and past winners are ineligible for renomination. Also, regional student activities committees are ineligible during their term. As for the evaluations, judges look at 2 things above all: how enthusiastically students support their person and how active and thriving the branch is under their guidance. That covers evidence of competitions, meetings, field trips, and programs, membership numbers and growth, efforts to instill leadership in officers, development of technical and professional activities, and engagement with the local IEEE section. Your essay and supporting documents should tell this story clearly and with specific examples. Each winner receives a personalized digital certificate and 1 complimentary year of IEEE membership. The nominating student branch receives a $150 cash given. With roughly 20 winners selected globally each year, it's a competitive but very achievable recognition and a meaningful way to honor the counselors and advisors who invest so much in our branches. Thank you for listening to me, and I will give floor to Tevfik. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Doga. Now I'll be talking to you about the regional exemplars on branch award, and we'll leave your questions after that. Okay, so the regional exemplars from branch award is given to IEEE student branches to honor their work and dedication throughout the years. When submitting the award, there is 5 required conditions that they are important, and at least 12 additional criteria should be submitted out of 32 questions, and with a lot of documentation required for the application, and we'll be seeing that a little bit later. For the prize, each student branch that will win the exemplary will have a certificate of exemplary student branch performance. It will be sent via email. And the top 3 awardees in Region 8 will be additionally acknowledged in the Best Region 8 Student Branch of the Year award. The deadline for the submission is also the 31st of March each year. For the nomination and endorsement, the nominators, it can be self-nomination, as the branches are encouraged to nominate themselves based on their achievements. Submission can be done by a branch officer, either the chair, counselor, or another officer. And 2 endorsements are required, and they have to be by different people. Valid endorsers can be the branch counselor, a department head from the university or faculty they are within the student branch, section student activities committee or section chair, or any other section representative. In the website students.ieee.org/awards, you can find a detailed PDF with an explanation for all the fields that should be submitted in the award for clearer and answers to your questions. The 5 golden rules we talked about are the activity report, which is a PDF file downloaded from sbr.vtools.ieee.org, detailing all branch activities, and it should be saved as the web page to be valid. You just go to that website and you will find your activity report. Just download it and put it in the field. Then we have the officer roster, which is a valid PDF from officers.vtools.ieee.org, which shows the current reported student branch executive board. After that, you should attach the member list that should be generated from platform OU Analytics. Then the name and ID of each member is sufficient for that. And it's easy to generate it from OU Analytics. Then we have digital presence of the student branch, either with a website or on the social media channels. And finally, the retention efforts done by the student branch throughout the year with a PDF having the retention statistics from the previous year and specifying the efforts taken to keep the members. For the administrative documentation, we have the officers and committee roster required, which can be an Excel document with the names, positions, and membership IDs of all the officers in the student branch and its subunits. A branch email address, just a proof of an active account. It may not be an alias, but it's encouraged to be like that. You can generate an IEEE alias for your student branch. The meeting minutes that can be a PDF with all the minutes of the student branch officers meetings with some description about the topics and all of that. The annual budget of the student branch that contains the starting balance and intended spending plan for the year. A financial statement, which is the year-end report reflecting the financial status with the spendings and incomes, outcomes, and all of that. And fundraisers, which is the file that tracks names, dates, investments, and total profits of these initiatives. Moving on to growth and engagement evidence. There is the membership drive, which is a PDF that describes the efforts done by the student branch and its subunits to recruit and retain new members. Meeting notices, which are samples of invites that the student branch sends to its members, either via email, on the website, or even on social media. For the mentor collaboration, the meeting reports with the student branch mentor. The student branch member is not the counselor. So if you have done any meetings or with your student branch mentor, it should be documented. After that, we have the section participation, which is the list of section events that your student branch has attended with dates and attendees from your student branch. The leadership training, either in the region or it can be a leadership training held by your section. And VTools event reports, which is an official PDF downloaded from events.vtools.ieee.org. Then we have the specialized programs and competitions, which are the Student Professional Awareness Conference. If you have submitted the proposal for the SPA committee, also known as PAX Fund, you just attach the approval email and final conference report. After that, we have IEEE Day celebration, and where you can attach a PDF with the program details of the celebration held in your student branch and its subunits, with program details, agenda, and attach some pictures that showcase your celebrations. Humanitarian activities comes with a brief report with pictures to document the community-driven efforts that you are doing internally. After that, the participation in the hardware design contest with the PDF that show your participation. IEEE Global Student Competitions, where you can attach proofs of participation in IEEE Extreme, IEEE Medicine, etc. A distinguished lecturer program with the request. You can attach PDF that contains the request you have sent, the approval, and the student involvement details. You can also attach pictures if the session was held in person, or even screenshots if it was online. After that, we have the evidence, technical impact, and competitions. As we all know, IEEE values technical rigor, and that's why the student branches should document their activities in those areas, such as technical seminars and industrial visits, if they were done in the activities throughout the year. Also, the research entry and the participation in the student paper contest in the regions, and technical workshops that can be all summarized in a PDF report with the topics of each session, a brief description, and pictures.
Tafiq, I also had one thing to add there, that we would suggest all student branches to also have these reported on vTools, because I have seen over the years that student branches do some really great activity and it's not showing up on our reports. When we try to verify, it doesn't show up. So make sure that everything that all the great activities that you guys do is reported so that it stays as a valid entry in our database.
Thank you, Aniket, for the advice. And as you can see it, I was going to talk about it here actually, but thank you in advance for that.
It's already here. Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you, Aniket. Okay, so just a few advices for you when preparing the documents. As you may have seen, there is a lot of PDFs and documents that you should be preparing. The first advice is start as soon as possible. Well, the wars are already opened since a long time ago, but there is still time for you to start if you haven't already, because you need to collect data from past year, and for newly elected boards, having the previous board with you can be very beneficial for you and to help you out. They know better what was done, and also it can be good for handover. So data is crucial, but the narrative is what wins, because explaining each activity and what was the impact of each one of each initiative that was done is important, because the juries, when they will find, for example, an activity, and they should understand it, and it should be clear for them the benefits and the impact that was done for the members who attended a technical activity, for example. Don't just put anything or everything you find on vTools or in social media. Separate the activities, each one into its category, and try to simplify it as much as possible. Also, you can always show how a specific initiative solved the problem or met a member need, and that's also encouraged. And always focus on IEEE missions and values and goals. And don't forget to put pictures whenever you have ones, because they are also a proof. And finally, as Anika just was saying, double check that all the tools reports are completed and not only drafts, and put the tools links and the reported activities in all your PDFs, as VTools is the best proof for activity for an activity that it was done. Okay. As for the nomination process, it's for the starting. It's the same as I was showing you before. Just in the award nominee name, you put your student branch name, and you select IEEE Regional Exemplary Student Branch Award. After that, you'll put the nominee application details, same as before. You'll just add the counselor name, IEEE number, member number, and email ID, and also the student branch name and email and member number. Nomination period, start date and end date. For this year, it will be from the 1st January 2025 to the 31st December 2025. Then the nominator details, which is the student branch name for us here. I'm sorry, the nominator, the one who will be nominating the award. It can be also the student branch chair. And his informations, volunteer positions, and all of that. These are the 5 required documentation items, and for a valid application, it is mandatory that all of those fields are. And if any one of them is missing, the nomination will not be accepted. So we have the PDFs of the student branch online activity report, student branch officer reporting, and list of current student members from our analytics, the ones that we have talked about earlier. Link of the active IEEE student branch website or social media channel. Just put the link here, and always make sure that if it's a website, that it is up to date. And your social media, also try to that they are active. And finally, the PDF to explain the retention statistics of your student branch, where you find the template to use for that. Please make sure that you use the template provided there. Then when you move forward, you will find 32 other questions, and you need at least 12 of them to be considered for the exemplary award. We have the student branch officers and committee roster as a PDF, the student branch email address, then the published minutes of our student branch officer meetings, the annual budget, year-end financial statement for the previous year, fundraisers, and request for IEEE funding. All of these are PDFs to prepare in advance. After that, you put a paragraph about the membership drive. Going back to the PDFs with an example of newsletters or similar promotional efforts. Then all of these files should be prepared in advance also. Timely meeting notices, formation of a new student branch chapter or affinity group. I didn't mention that earlier because it's not always the case for the student branches, but if you have formed a new student branch chapter or affinity group in your student branch, you just attach the letter of approval you have received for that year. Appointing and working with a student branch mentor. Then for the attendance at section functions, you will be adding just a brief description of 300 characters. Then student members attending the Region Student Congress or cross-section Congress. Also, we didn't talk about that earlier, but it is for attending for example, the MENA SYP, the Region 8 SYP that will be held this year. Also, you can't add it for the previous year, but for those who have attended the MENA SYP, the we SYP, and all of the other SYPs in the region 8, for example, or for other regions, they have their own congresses. Please put evidence of attendance. Then the attendance of student branch leadership workshops, events and activities reported on VTools events with the report downloaded from IEEE VTools events. The Student Professional Awareness Conference funds, PAX. Then the IEEE Day Celebration Fact. And without explaining more, as you can see, there is a lot of PDFs to prepare. You can take a look at each one of them. We have already talked about them earlier, and you can put the evidence of each one of them in a separate PDF. At the end, you can upload an additional documentation about your student branch activities if you have another file or you have something to add that was not mentioned in the questions before. You can add it there, and just don't forget the application validation, and to take I have attached at least 12 additional documents to qualify for this award. And finally, will be going to the endorsement part, where we will put the name and email of each one of them, and same as Doga mentioned, an email will be sent to them to endorse you, and try to do that also as soon as possible before the 31st of March, because as I know that many people on the sections will be receiving a lot of emails at the same time. So the sooner, the better for them, to so that it doesn't get crowded in their email, and they might skip some emails, for example, and it can get messy in the last days. Okay, so before moving to the Larry K. Wilson Regional Award, just something I wanted to add, which is, as I mentioned in the first slide, that the first three winners of the Regional 8 Exemplary Student Branch Award in Region 8 will be considered for the award of the most outstanding student branch in region of the year in Region 8, and that will be the points they have earned in the exemplary award. So the better your application is, and the more questions you answered, will be your chances will be higher. Okay, so moving on to the Larry K. Wilson Student Activity Award, and for the selection criteria, it is an award that recognizes the change makers in each region, and it is it is given each year for only one student member in each region. It honors the student member who has made the most significant contribution to student activities in the region, with focus on innovation, legacy, and regional initiative. And for this prize, The winners will receive a customized award plaque and 3 years of complimentary membership of IEEE. For eligibility and rules, the nominee should be an active IEEE student member at the time of achievements, and the regional student representative are ineligible. So if you have someone with us, I'm sorry. And as you have seen, it's only for student members, not for graduate student members or other grade. No self-nomination is accepted, so the nominator must be an IEEE member, either chair, counselor, or any other IEEE volunteer. And also 2 endorsements are required. The first one should be from the counselor, section student activities committee or section chair, section representative or a department head from the faculty or university. And the second one should be from an IEEE professional member. Okay, so the nomination will have some paragraphs to add. The first one to talk about the major accomplishments done by the nominee, and with the summary that focuses on its main accomplishments done throughout the years. It can be focusing on more than last year if the nominee is a member for longer than that. And after that, there will be 3 specific major accomplishments that must be listed in descending order of importance. And the impact over activity rule, which is the judges will be focusing and looking for outcomes. And for example, if the nominee has organized a workshop or an activity or any initiative, try to mention how many persons were benefited, when was the initiative, when did it take place, what was the impact of that, and how many people were impacted, and was there a legacy behind that initiative, and has it inspired others to do something like that? Many things like that that can help the judges in their selection, and try to focus on innovative leadership and problem solving within the region. Then you'll be requested to attach a Larry K. Wilson profile, which is similar to a portfolio, with a maximum of 10 pages. That impacts the journey of the nominee, with roles and responsibilities that he has, that he served within IEEE and respective accomplishments, a list of the initiatives launched with description, images, and the results of each one. Also, if there is VTools links, you can add them to the initiatives. Any awards or scholarships received by the nominee, and the beneficial outcomes, if there is any numbers or any data that can help with the judging. So for the nomination process, we'll be starting again with the same page, but in the award nominee name, you put the volunteer's name. You select Larry K. Wilson Regional Student Volunteer Award. Then the nominee or the applicant details. You will be putting the fields as before, but for here you'll be adding a short citation that indicates the most salient reason the nominee is qualifying for the award, and it will also be printed on the plaque that you'll be receiving. For example, we have here for outstanding contributions in the IEEE X section student activities, or for leading the student branch revamping efforts in IEEE X section. So those are just examples. Of course, you can come out with a citation that you like and that best suits your nominee. Then you'll be putting your nominator's detail as always. And these are the accomplishments. The first paragraph for the primary accomplishments and focus on the major accomplishments that you have done. And after that, the three major accomplishments that you should be putting them from highest to the lowest in order. And you'll be finding after that another paragraph if you want to add something else. And finally, a list of volunteer roles that served within IEEE by the nominee. And you'll be attaching the IEEE profile in PDF format. Just do not forget that there is a word count of 300 words for this one. So try to use them wisely and prepare them in advance. Do not and try to fit each one in the application to know if the word counts is accepted or not. And finally, we will be moving to the endorsement part, as we have seen before. Okay, so just something I wanted to remind you also. In the regional exemplary award, you'll be finding something, a question that you can add, which mentions if you have submitted an application for the Larry K. Wilson Student Activity Award this year, and the regional and the award for the advisor and counselor. So it is preferable that you start with these two awards. Then you can download a PDF of your nomination to add it in the exemplary, and like that you'll increase your chances in winning the exemplary award for your student branch. Okay, and like that we come to the end of our presentation for today. We hope everything is clear for you, and we are ready to hear your questions. Is everything clear for you?
Do you have any questions? I think there is none.
Yeah, Tafiq and Doga, you guys did a great job explaining it in so detail that everyone understood that how easy it is for them to complete a nomination now.
Thank you, Aniket, for your guidance and your information that you gave us.
Always a pleasure. And if there are any questions, you guys can definitely write to Tafiq and Doga, I believe, and then they can forward it to me, and I'm more than happy to answer all of them. But make sure that you guys complete your nomination by 31st of March, because that's the deadline that we have set for all the awards. So please make sure that it's a completed packet and not something that you guys are missing, because we want more completed applications to come through rather than we rejecting them without even evaluating. So please make sure that everything is completed within your packet, recheck it, and make sure all the endorsements are in, all the PDFs are readable, not just something that, sometimes this has also happened that somebody uploaded a wrong PDF. Sorry about that. Somebody uploaded a wrong PDF, which led to us not evaluating them because that was one of the key documents that we needed. So please make sure that everything is right. And I believe we get really good nominations from Region 8.
Thank you, Aniket, for all of that. Well, I received the question. Just I'll be sending it in the chat.
Okay. I just want to know if we don't have an SB mentor and it's new SB, is it okay for the exemplary SB award next year? Um, I'm trying to understand SB mentor. Is it same as SB counselor? I'm not sure. Tafiq, if you can give me more information there.
No,
If they
actually,
meant SB counselor, then they definitely need one for
no,
the
no,
SB to be
no.
functional.
The SB mentor is different from the SB counselor. It can be, for example, a former officer, like a former chair, for example, or anything like that, that
Uh-huh.
that can help in the guidance of the newly elected board or anything like that, and they can have meetings periodically to exchange ideas and to seek guidance, for example.
Yeah, then it's not a mandatory requirement for my IEEE MGA, so I don't think they have to worry about it for their application next year. So because the main thing that we need is SB counselor. So yeah.
And also for new student branches, uh, I believe you'll be having the 5 required documentations, and you can find at least 12 additionals. So you can always submit your application, and even if it will be new for you and it might be a little bit challenging, but it's important for you for the experience and to understand more about the nomination process, and you'll be helping the board that comes after you to understand it more. And always you can ask us if you have any questions or anything is not clear for you.
Yeah, feel free to send a mail to us. We will definitely give a look or forward to any cat if required.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, so if we do not have any other questions, thank you all for being with us today. We hope everything is clear. Thank you, Annika, for accepting our invitation again, and it was a pleasure to have you with us. And thank you, Daga, for co-hosting this session with me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
have a good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, it is also a pleasure as well to co-host this meeting with you. And again, I would like to thank Aniket for his guidance, and thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I think that's all.
Yeah. My pleasure. It has been a pleasure working with Region 8 and trying to increase the amount of good nominations that we receive. Thank you for the invitation and looking forward to great nominations this year. Thank you.
Yeah, I should
Thank
type
you,
my
and
email
I
as well.
sent you an email. Yes, thank you. And also, I believe that there is an email that you can contact in the nomination form or even in the IEEE Students website for any questions. You can contact them anytime also. Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.